He's Tom.
She's Mary. And together we are Momentary. Got to try something different every time, haven't you? Right, it's day 8 of Plugged In and Turned.
Day 8.
Oh, it's not day 8, is it?
Have we been doing this for 8 days?
No, but we were doing something for 21 days a year ago. So this time last year, we were on day 2 of 8K. But we've just had an enormous day of radio, or I have. And that's what this episode is all about. So I've got a very little special thing. I'm going to reveal it straight away because I'm so excited.
Go on.
It's a tiny little Lego man, and he's got a receiver kind of thing. I went into my box of Lego and found this little chap, which I thought was very fitting. He's got a mug of coffee and also a clock behind. Why has he got a clock, Mary?
Because you were on the radio for 24 hours.
I was, and you were on for a bit as well.
You were on the radio for 26 hours.
Yeah, and I
they
worked
couldn't
out...
get you to leave.
No, it kind of was like that. I worked out I was awake for 30 hours before I went to sleep.
30 hours?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because you didn't even come home and go to bed.
No,
straight away.
I was just we said, didn't we? It was kind of a bit like when we got married. You're just like on a high of so many like wonderful things that have happened. So my mind was just going through it all, and it was just really great. I had such a lovely time. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, actually. I mean, I listened pretty much to all of it with the exception of 3 hours during the night from about like 4 to 7.
And some bizarre things happened during that time.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm really gutted. Like, I was like, oh, I really don't want to miss it. And that's why I ended up listening till so late. But it was that thing of like, I've got loads of work to do. I had to work, a lot the next day. So I had to go to sleep. And I really hope that at some point I will get to hear those
100%,
missing hours.
100% that will happen. We've had a few people ask about that, and I think it's quite a lot of work because they all the hours finished at slightly different times. Normally it's kind of on the dot. The news will happen in the middle of the night. That doesn't happen, and we had lots of donator tunes, so we were kind of trying to fit lots of things in, and different things happened. There was so much spontaneity in it. Little highlight at 5 a.m, a man just tapped on the window outside. And that was a really lovely exchange with this old boy called Paul. Shout out to Paul if you're watching. And he had a little envelope with his donator tune because he couldn't get through on the internet. So he had made a request, and we had a lovely chat with him, and he requested Mr. Brightside. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
By the Killers, which is a song that I've heard many, many times, but I was quite emotional like playing it because it was such like a special thing, and he had been listening to Future Radio for a really long time, obviously from the area, talked about wanting to be a volunteer and things like that, and it was just really nice, and that was the kind of feeling the whole way through. We had so many amazing people, so many amazing guests, musicians. We talked to Canada, we talked to musicians, from all over the place, and it was just awesome. It was really, really cool. But of course, this is Plugged In and Turned On, so I've got some things that I've bringed. Okay.
Right, yeah.
Do you wanna pull them out?
Okay.
I think you probably know what they are because you've seen the bag. But this, okay, so let's go with that
Does
first.
it match my top? Almost. Not quite.
So
Not quite.
I must say, so Teresa Gibbon, who presents Nikita Rocks, I actually asked her to bring a blue Powerade because I thought I might need it, and she actually went to 3 shops to find this, and obviously I haven't drunk it. But I think it's a good thing I haven't drunk it. So that was one of the big things, was trying to work out how I was going to stay awake for 24 hours. I ate a lot of salad and fruit. She brought bananas, which definitely helped a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to kind of avoid caffeine and things like that because I thought, you can crash with it.
And you got some really good advice from somebody special,
I
didn't
did.
you?
And that links to something else. So let me just put this here for now. Doesn't need to be in shot, but there it is. Get the smaller one. This. So I don't think we actually opened this before. Do you remember this? Do you remember we had beer mats?
Beer mats, yeah.
But this was a different one. So this is an FA Cup Winners 2013, and I spoke to one of the FA Cup winners on the Monday before.
Yeah.
And he is at the back of this. So at some point we're going to go through all of these because there's a lot of great ones.
I bet you can't wait for that.
What do you mean? Oh, them. I hope so. Callum McManaman, obviously there, who's still with Wigan. But on the back, Paul Scharner of Austria. So Austria we were doing a little world thing the whole way through, speaking to different countries and trying to get in touch with different stations. And we did. We spoke to Calgary, the Calgary campus university. I can't remember the exact name right now. But Paul Scharner from Austria had some great advice, and he said not to eat food that was too heavy. Like meat is quite a lot of effort to kind of digest and things like that. So that was one of the ideas behind that. Trying not to go too heavy with carbs, obviously. It's quite a key thing.
So, because you haven't actually said this, you spoke to Paul Scharner.
Yeah, I had a lovely Zoom interview with him. Spoke to him for about an hour. And yeah, it was really quite special. Like I was just looking in the loft. That's where this Lego came from. I have a picture that Paul Scharner sent me when I was 16, probably. Like on his website, and I talked to him about that because it was really bizarre. On his website he had pictures of him like in a tree and playing a violin and all these different things. Like he's a very eccentric man, and I asked him about that, and he said that was his first photo shoot with his like agent at the time. And we talked a bit about him playing different music and things like that. He plays the piano, and lots of his family do as well. It was really, really interesting. He's got 5 kids. And now he's got a very different business all about kind of life outside of football for, when footballers have retired and things like that, to make sure they know what's going to happen next.
Kind of helping footballers post football.
That's it. And even along with the journey, like now, because it's very much things are all done for you.
Yeah.
So you have a very, really strict kind of routine, and you don't have to kind of have that independence. So it's that
I
sort of
can
thing.
see
It's really
that being
interesting.
a reality TV kind of show documentary, like Life After Football, like following like a bunch of different footballers, like and what they're doing after they
For
finish.
sure. But yeah, he's got some kids that are footballers. One is a goalkeeper, another one as well, and another one who's doing nothing with football. So it's quite a mixture, to be honest. But yeah, great advice. And so I ate salad. I ate a rainbow fruit salad as well. A nice little noodle dish.
You stayed hydrated.
I did. I drank so much water. We had some like Barocca vitamin C tablets. They definitely really helped.
He was, when I went there, which was 4 midnight, he was, you looked fresh as a daisy. I keep saying that, but that is, just exactly like now, really.
It was funny. A lot of people were very, very shocked. And it wasn't just me that stayed up 24 hours. I had kind of a team behind me. Christopher stayed up pretty much the whole time. I think Dean went for a break. I don't know if he went to sleep, but he was fine. He drove me home the next day, so he was good enough to do that. Jamie Debenham, the other breakfast presenter, turned up, and he had a sleep about. He'd got up about 4 or something to come in for 5, and he looked more tired than anyone did. Bless him. That was great though. I wore his slippers. That was a little donation, and we want to talk about the donations because it was all about trying to raise money for future projects. So, shall we reveal what we got? So it was great because Christopher kept coming in with his like Excel spreadsheets of kind of how much we'd raised each time. People were donating tunes and obviously contributing donations alongside with it. And so every kind of hour we'd have a little update. I think we had, from the off, we got about £1,600 in sponsorship and adverts and things like that. So I had a little thing in my mind that I wanted to try and like double that almost.
Yeah,
But
beat the amount that people had paid for kind of advertising during the event, like Pizza Express were advertising during the 24 hours. So.
Yeah, quite a lot of different sponsors and businesses and things like that. But what happened was we were kind of getting towards about 2.7, 2.8 kind of through the night. And then obviously when people are waking up again, that's when we can kind of push through again. So it was a big push for £3,000. We even were going to do a quiz at 8 a.m. and we decided not to do that. We thought, let's just keep going with the donated tunes. There's great momentum. People keep showing lots of advice. And thank you to everyone who sent me like a message and friends that sent me texts and things like that. It really helped. And yeah, it went really well. But what we're very pleased with is the amount. So let's reveal, okay? We're going to do this in reverse order. 4-digit number. £9. £39. £339, followed by a whopping 3,339. £3,339. There's space for the comma there. Yeah, it was amazing. I think our target was £2,000. So yeah, we smashed that.
Incredible, absolutely smashed that target.
Let's put that by Paul.
Okay.
But yeah, it was really, really good. The reason I got this other little figure, just to show you. Mary says I was fresh as a daisy for a long time. There's my fresh daisy face. Probably by the end, I think this was more like my face.
She'd probably get it in focus, I think.
Is that possible? I don't know if it's possible.
Oh.
not with Wobbly Tom, but you can get the idea anyway of what's happening. Focus on the faces.
It's not focusing
It's
on
not,
the face,
is it?
though.
It just likes my face too much. But yeah, it was great. It was really, really great.
What about this bit? Oh, because it's like rubbed off.
It's like faded, yeah.
Oh.
A faded face. So that was really good. There's something else in this bag as well. We're on 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. One more
Ooh.
thing.
Ah. I thought it was Wigan because I just saw the stripes, but it's not Wigan. It's Wroxham.
Wroxham. I think we did mention this on the last one.
Quickly, tell us about Wroxham.
Well, I'm doing football commentary for them now, and I'm doing it alongside Nigel Westall, who's another Future Radio volunteer. And he was doing the 70s, like 70s hour with me at 7 p.m,
That was great.
Which was really cool, wasn't it? That's what I loved so much about the whole thing. I met so many different people, so many kind of experts. We learned about pirate radio, we learned about 60s music, 80s, 90s. That was really fun. I had weird gold things on my head. I've never worn hydrating, what are they called, like face mask
gel
thing.
pants.
Yeah, they were nice, and we put them in the fridge beforehand. So there was so much going on. We did Garage, didn't we? Thanks to Les for putting that mix
Garage,
together.
Yeah.
Completed
Garage,
it.
done.
Yeah. But yeah, Wroxham. The reason I wanted to bring this was a couple of things. Obviously, to mention Nigel. This match was against Galston, which happened last Monday. And there was a little thing in the programme about us here. So there you can see, don't know if that will focus either. There's a really terrible picture of me and Nigel on the crow's nest, we're calling it. You can.
Oh yeah, that's a very unclear picture.
It's not a great picture, but a lot of things happened. So the manager left Wroxham that week, kind of in the lead up. So there wasn't much space. We had a kind of bigger spread. Hopefully, we'll be there later in another program. But I've been in a program a few times, a couple of little quotes in Wigan programs. But this is my first time kind of in a professional capacity, I guess. So that was a nice kind of landmark for me. And
so this is a dream of yours to do football commentary, and
it's becoming one, yeah.
Well, it was a dream, and this is your start of making the dream reality.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, things are happening. Like I didn't really have a dream of being on the radio before, and it just kind of started to happen. And now I really love it. I love presenting, loving doing all that stuff. And actually, watched one of our old videos, Lost Lager, and it's crazy to see like how far I've come. I think.
Yeah.
In that time.
Yeah, you've definitely presenting skills have. Yeah, you've become a lot.
Pause. Yeah, exactly.
Have improved, and you feel a lot more comfortable doing it.
Yes, I think so, and I'm gonna continue to enjoy kind of doing that, and it's been really nice. Another kind of community to be part of this, and as Mary said, blue and white, just like the Ticks.
And you get a lot of cake.
Yeah, some really good cake. Nigel likes to mention the cake, which is nice. Yeah. Yachtsman. The Yachtsman, I think, is the Twitter handle, the X handle. You can listen on match days. Next one is Saturday.
Because Wroxham is like really in the Broads, right?
Yeah,
Ooh.
the Broads, but we're near the end. We're at the end, in fact, of this. So, summary, great experience. Sloth is there. I didn't sleep for 30 hours. We raised loads of money, which is really, really awesome. Spoke to one of my all-time favourite players, which was just incredible. And my wife came along as well, which is good. If you were there, if you were part of it, if you listened to any of it, let me know what you thought. And we've got some fun ideas for the future as well. We just bought a new can, didn't we? So that's something we're going to do. It's not a beer. It's a fun little sugary success. Let's see if it will be. Bye.